all, welcome back to Casey Colouring Sketch. So you might have seen already that I've got a video up of me starting this page. So this page is from Intricate Ink Animals in Detail by timjeffs. This is his first Intricate Ink colouring book that has 50 illustrations in it. It is available on Amazon and I will drop the link in the description below. So I actually filmed the start of this morning and now it's the evening. And I thought I would pop on and just finish the page because I'm eager to get it done. I've been thoroughly enjoying colouring this one. I really have. I do have my window open because it's really humid. So you might hear lots of traffic and it is raining. But I find rain really relaxing. Like the sound of rain just relaxes me. So I thought maybe you'll all feel the same as well. And it's quite nice me having the window open, but who knows. But anyway, that's what the noise is. Well, the beeping wasn't nice, but there we go. So I'm going to continue with the main bulk of the body. So we are following this reference picture. So if you'd have seen the first part of me colouring this little chameleon, you'll have seen this. I'm going to lay down first. Let me check what colour it is. Cobalt green. 156, and I'm just gonna, let's bring you in a little bit, so I'll pull you around there. I am just gonna add some more of this colouring, so I'm gonna start around here and I'm almost gonna put in some more patches, so just, you know, almost making your own shapes, making your own patterns into here, maybe going up onto some of those little bits, what I don't know what they're called, those little not sharp, they're like spiky bits on the top, the spiky scale bits. So I'm going to put a little tiny bit of this colour around the arms just to start bringing some of this in there. And then I'll put some around here. These colours that I'm using are just blending together beautifully. And the turquoises going into the ochres are creating their own green tones as well, which is just, it's just merging perfectly. I just love it, how it's turning out. Gorgeous. So I'm going to go a bit darker down here because we would naturally have a shadow all under here because he's, you know, it is shadowed. I'm going to put a bit more darkness down the bottom half of the body. Darken up those. Yeah, so hopefully we can get this little dude finished on camera. Gonna put my hand here whilst I do this little bit. So you can see when you're bringing the turquoise over some of that ochre, it's creating that nice green tone there. A nice new green tone. I am going to bring in the green gold very shortly. It's also going to be blended into some of these areas that I've left out, which is going to be super nice when it's done, hopefully. Hope I'm not in the way with my hand too much. So this is his little leg. I am just going to get really quickly the light cobalt turquoise 154, and I am just going to put in a hard pressure of this colour here at the end because he has got, on my reference picture, he has got like a strip of light colour there that that should be enough. And then back in with my cobalt green. Now I'm going to start easing off this colour a little bit as I'm getting further down onto this leg, because we need to leave quite a lot of room for some of the green gold and some of the other greens but I've got, which I forgot the names of, but it'll come to light in a minute when I get hold of them. Just gonna pop a bit more colour on the edges of that there. And you know what I've missed out? This little section under here. So we'll go in with some of that, and then I'm gonna bring some of the chromium yellow under there. And the Helio turquoise. Bring in some darkness where there's a shadow. Bring in some of that at the bottom. Gorgeous. I hope you're all thinking of names for this little chameleon. What do you think? Do you think it's looking like a girl or a boy? What do you reckon? Just deepening up some little bits here that we've put down. Some of the bits need darkening up a little tad. And over here as well. If you want to soften the edges, just go in with a lighter pressure around them with circular motions. There we go. Just going to put a little bit of darkness going down there. Talking myself through what I'm doing. I'm thinking what I want to do as I'm going along. There we go. I think that's pretty much where I want to be. Now I'm just bringing in some of the darkness into these little bits that we've done. Again, just random patterns. So I am just sort of putting this colour down around where the green gold's going to go. So I'm going to put the green gold in the centre around here. So I'm putting this Helio turquoise at the edges of where that's going to go basically. Then if I need to come back and blend out with this turquoise a little bit, I can do that. So hopefully you can see what I'm trying to do. If I get the reference picture again, you can see these sort of lines that are done darker. And then you've got the green, sort of green gold tones coming in around here, the green gold sort of vibes. I'm going to darken up some of these at the top, just a couple. Blend that in. That's better. There we go. I'm going to get in with some of that green gold now, and then we'll see where we're at. So the green gold is 268. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous colour, this one. I'm going to start off around his knee. And it has got, let me just put a couple of specks of the Helio turquoise around here first, actually, before I go in with the green gold, because he's got a few spots of that colour. Just going to buff it around the edges, then they're not too harsh. And then we're going to go around with the green gold. Starting off with the light pressure to see how this is blending. Oh, I think it's going to blend in just fine with that turquoise. Brilliant. That's gorgeous. So yeah, I'm just going to fill in any sort of spaces that have been left with this colour now. So all on the feet, these little tootsies. I might just add a tiny amount of the light cobalt turquoise 154. Just add a little bit of that in around there. Then back to the green gold. Blend that in so it almost looks like it's merged together under there. And then not forgetting this little foot here. Again, I'm going to leave that tiny little bit out for the light cobalt. Put the tiniest amount in there. Then again, on this arm, I'm going to do the same thing. But first, I'm going to add a little bit of this Phthalo green 161. This is going to add a different sort of shade of green into it, and I'm just going to put it around where I've put the turquoise down. And a little bit here. And there. And also, where I've got hold of this colour, I am just going to pop little tiny bits over the top of this dark turquoise I've just put down as well, and I'm going to put them on the rest of those that I've left out here. Oh, this is looking really, really nice now. I can see the end now. The end is near. Going back in with the green gold to fill in any areas we've left out. Hopefully I've been in frame, because I have noticed that the bottom part is down here, but I don't think I've done anything right down here on the tail, have I? Fingers crossed we've stayed in frame. There we go. I'm so chilled listening to that rain outside. So chilled. I've been waiting for this rain as well for the past few days. And the kids, when it first started raining, the kids actually went outside on the trampoline. And it was absolutely chucking it down. And me and the kids were just stood outside in it. Just like, this is so good. This feels so good. This cool down. The neighbours must think we're absolutely daft. Off our rockers. Still not decided what I'm doing with this middle section, but I will have to make a decision very shortly about this. I'll give my pencil a quick sharpen. It's getting a bit dulled down. I feel like scales are a really fun thing to colour. I feel like it's not too intimidating like fur is, because, you know, with fur it's quite, if you want to get a realistic fur, it's quite tricky if you're starting out to do that. But this just seems, it's so much fun to do, so much fun. So that's that now, and I am going to just get my cadmium yellow 107, and I am just trying to brighten up this little area a bit more with that. So anywhere where it's got the yellow, move you up because we're not in frame. Oh dear, Kirsty, what you doing? Yeah, I'm just really brightening up that yellow now where you want it bright. Look how well those colours are all just merged together. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. So I am going to brighten up his little face, the little yellow bits on his face as well. Let's just brighten up that bit as well. I'm going to brighten up the yellow around here a little bit. Around here. Look at him. Now the middle bit, I am just gonna tie in all the colours into that section, I think. So I'm gonna get a little bit of all my colours what I've used. So in the yellow area, we'll put all the colours we've used in the yellow area. I didn't know whether I wanted to leave it white, but it doesn't look right left white, so that's why I wanted to leave it to last to see, to have a look, to have a step back and see, but it doesn't look right to me. So we're gonna go in and use, whoops, the same colours. So going in with the light yellow ochre now, just to deepen up the edges. And then I'm actually going to use a cream. It's the first time I've used this colour so far. I'm going to use the cream 102 to just bring it together in the middle. So doing the same again on this side. I'm going to bring a bit more of the cadmium yellow in around the edges there actually, and the cream again. I'm using the cream so it still looks like a highlight, but it's not stark white. I am actually colouring it, so that's what I've done there. Bit of the cadmium yellow and then cream, and repeat. Repeat. Let's pull you over a little bit. And then of course we've got to use our turquoises now. So starting with the light cobalt turquoise, I'm going to base all the little sections. Doesn't have to be neat for your base coat. Just roughly get that coverage down. Then we're going to use the Helio turquoise around the edges. We're tying it all in, bringing it all together. And again, just going to do one colour and then move on to the next colour, etc. So I'm going to bring a tiny bit of the green gold into the centre as well. So you can see it's all merging together now, hopefully. Bit more into there, and then I'm going to use the lightest shade we put down, the light cobalt turquoise. I'm going to use that right in the center and bring that together. There we go. So I think now I'm going to move on to the last little bit, which is this little tree branch that is sat on. So for this I'm going to base it in the Nougat. So the Nougat 178. I'm just going to put a layer of that all over. Now I am going to darken up some areas, and I'm actually going to darken it up in some places with some Payne's grey 181. So I'm going to bring the sort of browns and greys together. So I'm starting off with the grey under here where there's shadowing. So right at the bottom as well. And you can almost map out some lines in the wood, in the sort of texture of the wood, if you want to do that. Oh, emergency vehicle, got to get one in there. Oh, there was, and then it stopped. The siren stopped on it. Right, so you can see I've sort of mapped out some texture in the wood there. And down at the bottom. Oops, gone over the line a little bit. I'll get that off with my Tombow eraser. So let me just erase that, or else it's going to irritate the life out of me. To the best that I can do. Right, now I'm going to go in with a Bistre. So just over where we've been, and this is going to bring a nice colour into it. Going over everywhere we've been with this colour. So I am going to just go over a few of the areas with cream now. just into some of the sort of highlighted places. It just all adds texture. You can see, hopefully it's picking it up on camera, that you can see the texture that I've built up there. Let me have a little look. So on looking at my reference picture now, I've decided I'm going to brighten up some of these areas. So the way that I'm going to do that is by using the white. So white 101, and you can see I've already started a little bit here. And if you just go over, you can see it brightens it up and it almost puts a little highlight in for you. So if there's any areas you want to brighten, just get your whites and that will lift right up for you. Look at all that coming really bright now. So I'm going to brighten up this bit here. That's really nice, really nice. I like that. And I'm going to brighten up a little bit up here, just in the centre of some of them little scales. Works a treat, that. Works a treat. There we go. I think I'm happy with him. I mean, I could sit here fiddling and fiddling, but I think I'm happy with him. So what I'm going to do now is get a white gel pen. I'm going to check it's working, because sometimes they start being a little bit funny, and I'm just going to pop him a little highlight here and there. I think if I don't like it, I can wipe it off, because if you're quick with gel pen, you don't like something, you can get it off. So I was just going to put a little highlight sort of curving round like that, and then another one towards the top of his body. You can make it thicker. What do we think? I think that's quite nice. I think I like that. There we go. Should I do anything else with the eye? What do we think? Is the eye okay? So there we go. I'm going to look at all your comments on my past video. So the very first video where I started this page. I'm going to look at your suggestions for a name for this little guy. And then I'll be right back to announce which is my favourite and write it on the page. See you soon. I'm back. I have looked through all your lovely comments of suggestions for this little dude, and I have picked my favourite. So I'm going to get a nice use of white gel pen, because I'm going to write it on this black part here, his little name that I've picked. So drum roll. And the winner is, let me turn him round a little bit. PASCAL. And if you're not familiar with that name, that is of course off Rapunzel, and Rapunzel has a little chameleon that follows around and sits on her shoulder, and it is called PASCAL, and my daughters have been absolutely obsessed with that movie at different parts of their lives. My eldest used to love it, no, my youngest girl loves it, so it had to be a PASCAL. So thank you to the person that suggested that one. I was quite surprised that nobody picked Rango. Has anybody seen the movie Rango? It's an awesome movie, brilliant for the kids and the grown-ups too, and the big kids. But there we go, it had to be PASCAL. So this illustration, if you didn't see the beginning, if you didn't catch the beginning, it was in this gorgeous book by timjeffs. It is linked in the description of the video, as is all the pencils that I used. So thank you so much to everyone that dropped their suggestions on my first video. Thanks everyone for watching. Please do hit the thumbs up, subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you again soon. Bye everyone.